Renewable energies have been an essential part of the total energy consumed by humans since the old days, especially solar, wind, and hydraulic energy. Sailing, wind and water farms, and constructions that use the sun's light are good examples. With the invention of the steam machine by James Watt, the ideas to make the most out of the energy have been decreasing, and more people use thermic and electric motors. In an era in which even though we spend less energy, there are still problems regarding overconsumption of energy. In the 1970s, renewable energies were considered an alternative option to traditional energies because of their disponibility and longevity, as opposed to traditional ones, which were more limited. The ambient impact is also something to consider for renewable energies, which is why they call them alternative energies. At the Earth Summit in 1992, more than 178 countries took in Agenda 21, which was an extensive plan of action to create a global partnership to protect the environment and improve human lives. This continued with the United States Conference on Sustainable Development in 2012. The United States adopted The Future We Want, another extensive program. In 2015, the Sustainable Development Goals were launched, in which over 193 countries established a mutual partnership to make our world a better place to live in. The President has adhered to this resolution as evidenced by these statements.
The Inflation Reduction Act is also the most significant investment ever in climate change. Ever.
Despite this, many people still do not have access to electricity, which, if we made responsible use out of it and the renewable energies we have access to, we could fix. Additionally, non-renewable energy is the principal factor that causes climate change and represents at least 60% of all emissions. Furthermore, many people still do not have access to wood and coal to heat and cook their food. Tragically, local air pollution has caused the death of 4.3 million in 2012, though more hopefully, in 2015, according to the total amount of energy used, 17.5% of it was renewable energy. To conserve a habitable climate, it is necessary to reduce gas emissions by half by 2030 and decrease them to zero by 2050. It is required that governments and companies adopt quick and efficient measures. However, the transition to a better world with less carbon also requires us that citizens stand up, especially in more advanced economies. Nowadays, a lot of these energies are a reality, not an alternative, so we should leave that name behind if we want to face a better future.